Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
All right, how you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty
Okay.
good.
So I'm gonna start off by introducing myself again. My name is Tyrese Purvis, and I attend North Carolina Wesleyan College as a junior, and my major is health promotion. And I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for my career.
Okay.
And I came across that you was
Michelle
doing
on two. Michelle on two.
that you was in the career of health education director, and I want to know more about it.
Okay.
Yes.
But before we get started, what are you passionate about?
I want to help people in a way, like health wise. Um, yeah, I just want to help people
Okay.
health wise.
What helped you choose your major?
See, before I was an exercise science major, but I changed it because I thought that like exercise science was just too much for me. So when I came across health education with health promotion, I was like, I'm gonna give it a try.
Okay.
So yeah.
And when you saw it, what were your first thoughts?
When I first saw it, I thought as health. I was like, okay, I might can help out people. Yeah.
So I guess with the exercise, sports science, you're already thinking of helping people in, I guess, health-wise in that aspect, but just took another avenue to
Yes.
do it. Okay. But understanding what your passion is and what helped you figure out which way you want to go, which is what I was asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I wanted to ask you a few questions about your career. So the first question is, being a health education director, like on a typical day, what do you do?
On a typical day.
Yes.
Now, because of COVID, I don't have a typical day.
Okay.
But in general, I'm over our community health needs assessment. I have a health educator, so we work together because she's also our preparedness coordinator. So I work with her. I'm also still in the I was in the community teaching, doing Tai Chi at the senior center, diabetes prevention, drug court, anything I could do to be out of the office and to be out in the community, hands-on with the people, like blood pressure checks at churches. We had a food pantry, so I was asked to go out there to give out health information. What else? Yeah, anything health-related. Before our health educator came, I was in the school doing presentations. I give all that to her. I'm tired of that part. But anything to help people get the information to live healthy, move more, change unhealthy habits. That's where I was at. But now with COVID, I'm helping with our vaccine wait list. In addition to this is our year for our community health needs assessment. So I'm in the process of getting that together, we're about to get our surveys out to the community members to find out what their thoughts on, I guess, what they think about what's available for the health resources, their thoughts about the county. In addition to, I do have a class that we started back through Zoom, my diabetes prevention class. So a lot of stuff is through Zoom. I spend so much time in front of the computer, which I'm not used to because I'm so used to being outside the office. So that was a big adjustment too. And then also have interns this semester too.
Okay.
Michelle, I'm one.
Next question is, what training or education is required for this type of work?
So for my position, a master's is required. We're having like 5 or 6 years of experience. For a health educator, I think having the degree and 1 year experience is what is needed. If not, I think HR can kind of work it if there's no other applicants to get you in. But I think at least 1 year of experience. And if you do an internship, that length of the internship can count towards that year too.
Okay. Well, my biggest problem is I need to like start talking more in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What makes it hard?
Like I just get like kind of like nervous when I'm like around a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been there. I've
Yeah.
been there. It's taken practice. For me, it was intentionally putting myself in uncomfortable positions to get over it. But the more you talk, the easier it gets.
Yeah. Like when I first got here, I didn't talk at all.
No.
But like I started like working at like Walmart, and then I was like around a lot of people, and I was like talking more than I used to. But yeah, it is a process.
It takes time, but if it's something you're trying to get over, just keep at it. Just keep talking. The more you talk, the easier it gets.
Okay.
And for me, it was grad school. We always had a group project, and we always had to present, and everybody had to present their part. So that's how it started. And then the job before this one, I had to do talking. So the more I talked, the easier it got. So I just say practice.
Yeah. The next question: what personal qualities or abilities are important to be successful in this job?
Being flexible. Public health is, as you can see, things change, and you might have to shift to do something else. So if this is especially at a health department, so having that flexibility to be able to shift positions. Also, being a people person. If you have a heart for people, that'll get you a long way, as well as being able to work independently. If you can do your work without asking somebody, well, what do I need to do? That is a bonus. And then also being able to work with other organizations, because with public health, you can't do your position by yourself, and you're always going to have to collaborate with other organizations to get it done. Now, not every organization will want to do that, because I've seen with the opioid part where I work with drug court, and it's like 3 counties, Greene, Wilton, and Lenore, we work together for drug court. And in one county, you have like 5 organizations doing the same thing. And they don't want to collaborate and come together to make it one big thing because they want to take the credit. Yeah. And that's what you'll find is people wanting the credit instead of doing the work for the people.
Okay. Next question is, what part of this job do you find most satisfying, like most challenging?
Most satisfying, being with people, working with people, teaching them, and then it clicking, and then seeing how they're able to change their behaviors for positive. I think that's the most satisfying, and then also having opportunities for my personal learning. Like I'm able, if I see a training I want to do that's in line with the stuff I'm already doing, I can do the training. I can go attend conferences and things like that. Most challenging, I would say, is personal. Is I procrastinate and wait till the last minute for deadlines.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But other than that, adrenaline rush, I don't have a lot of challenges.
Yeah, I'm the same way about procrastinating. Yeah. The next question: how did you get the job that you're at now?
So I started out here as a health educator. and I saw that position. So prior to work here, I was working for UNC on a project. It was grant funded. It ended after about 3.5 years. And so I was out looking for jobs, and a lot of the health departments will put their jobs on their website. They don't really put it out there. So if you're looking for one at the health department, check their website. And so I saw this one, and Greene County is about a 30-minute drive, which I didn't mind. And I applied for it. And I already had experience. The UNC job gave me the experience for the health education position. And then my supervisor, she was promoted to health director, and then she promoted me to her position.
Next question. What opportunities for advancement are there in this field?
At the health department, like the highest I can go would be health director, but that's not what I want. I think I like where I'm at, because the higher you go, the further you are from the people, and that's not what I want to do. My heart's with the people. Working with the people is what I love doing. So I probably won't see myself going higher unless I step out and do something on my own.
Okay. Let me see. Next question is, what entry-level jobs are best for learning as much as possible?
Internships will help get your feet wet. An entry-level health educator position will help you with that too. But definitely internships will get you the experience to get in the door of a career.
Okay. Yeah, I do have to take an internship soon.
Okay.
Let's see. What are the salary ranges for various levels in this field?
Okay, so from the health department perspective, it depends on the county. So I work in a poor county, so my salary reflects that, but it's okay. But it depends on the county. So like if you're in Wake County, of course you're gonna get paid more. So I've seen anywhere from 30 to 55 a year, but it just depends on which county you go to. And then some positions are grant funded, so you have to be mindful of that part, because at any moment, if the state decides they don't want to work on a certain topic, you might not have a job.
Next question is, how do you see jobs in this field changing in the future?
I don't really see it changing. I see health educator positions are here to stay. As long as there's opportunities for unhealthy behavior, we're always going to have a job.
Next question is, what special advice would you give a person entering this field?
I would say be open to learning as much as you can. Networking and meeting people in the field will help you. And just the learning, just like having, just learning as much as you can is all I can see. Yeah. And networking is a big one too.
Next question. What are the basic prerequisites for jobs in this field?
Your degree will get you a step ahead. Are you looking to take the CHES exam, the Certified Health Education Specialist?
I haven't heard about that exam. I'm gonna have to look into it.
Yeah, that'll put you ahead of somebody who doesn't have it, because it certifies you saying that you know what it takes to be a health educator.
Okay. Which professional journals and organizations will help me learn more about this field?
there's so many journals, so it depends on what you're interested in. To figure out your focus. If it's, some people like maternity health, then you have your substance misuse, then you have health behavior. So it just depends on what your focus is. Yep. And as far as organizations, the North Carolina Public Health Association is the biggest one. I think they have a student membership, and they have conferences. I think once you're a member, they put out job postings, internship postings. That's the biggest one I'm a member of. And there's also the Society for Public Health Education. I'm not a member of that one, but that's another one too.
From your perspective, what are the problems you see working in this field?
I would say when you're trying to work with other organizations, them not wanting to work because they want the credit. But for the most part, I say for Greene County, because we're so small, because we don't have resources, it's not an issue because we all understand that, and we always come together. Like I'll get somebody like, hey, can you help me with this project? I'm like, yeah, and vice versa. And so we're like that. It's like that in the county.
If you could do things all over again, will you choose the same path for yourself?
I think this path chose me. I was actually on track for med school, and my mentor, she was like, go ahead and get your public health degree, your master's, before applying. She was like, you're going to need it anyway. I did grad school, got burnt out, and that's when I went to work for UNC. And with that project, we were, I was doing weight loss groups. I was doing health coaching for people with high blood pressure. And the biggest thing I've heard from the people was, I wish I'd known this when I was younger. That was the same thing I kept hearing over and over. And then that's when I decided I wanted to be on the prevention side of health as opposed to seeing people once they're already sick.
For the next question, well, decide what your work experience was during your program of study.
So when I was in grad school, I was working part-time and going to school part-time. I was not in a rush. I think I finished my degree in like 3 or 4 years. But at the same time, I remember at orientation, there was a professor. He was like, this is your program. You make the best of it. And so I was taking graduate courses outside the program, but related to public health. So I took like a health communication class and other classes. Like I had so many hours, I could have had a doctorate. That's how many hours I took extra outside the program. And I think that was beneficial for me for public health because now I have a diverse background of different things that helps with how I see the perspective in public health.
Okay. For the last question, with the information you have about my education, skills, and experience, what other fields or jobs would you suggest I research further before I make a final decision?
I would say before that is, like I said, find out what you're passionate about, and then that will steer you into what to research. So if you want to be teaching about healthy behaviors, then of course a health educator. It just depends what you want to do, but you don't always have to narrow it down because public health is so broad. Even if you get in, you might start out with something else, but you can always, depending on the department, you can always move to different areas of specialization. Like we don't specialize because we're so small. It's just me and one other person. Some like Pitt County, they have over 200 people, so they have, a health educator for this topic and that topic. So it just depends. But just find out what you're passionate about, what makes your heart smile, and then that will help you know which way to go.
I think that's my problem. When I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, it's like I'm trying to rush it.
You feel like you're rushing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like.
What will help you slow down?
Maybe I still need to process what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need to take it slow and find out what I really want to enjoy doing for the rest of my life. Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't hold on to the whole rest of your life thing, because I had a friend. He feels like a failure. He's a teacher because now he wants to do something different, and I was like, that's the biggest misconception that's put out there is you find a job and it's the one you do forever. Because you grow as a person, your passions and ideas are going to evolve, and what you're going to do may change, and that's normal. So don't feel like you have to be locked in right now.
Okay. Yeah. That's all the questions I have.
Okay.
If I be interested in internship, could I email you about it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're interested, go ahead. Let me know now, because I'm actually starting interviews for summer internships this week. So if you're interested, I can send you times. Well, actually, since you're already here and you're interested, let me pull up my interview questions.
Okay.
Now, with our internships, you can do it remotely if you wanted to. The ones that did come into the office, they're actually helping with our COVID wait list. So they spend their day answering the phone. I have one who's online, doing it virtually, and her focus is domestic violence, and so she's creating a digital brochure as well as doing posts on our Facebook page.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, and actually with this interview, you've answered a lot of questions that I would have asked. I guess with you being in school and working, how do you organize and prioritize your day with school and work?
See, I have all my classes in the morning. So after I get out of class, it's an hour and a half I have free, and then I go to work. Yeah. That's how I do it.
Okay. All right. That was the only question. You've actually, with the interview, we've answered everything else. When would you have to start your internship?
I think is it my senior year? I think it's my senior year. I have to start it.
So the fall semester?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And so, now would you want to do this virtually?
I'm not sure right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And we can revisit it as you get closer
Okay.
to the semester, and just depending on, because you might have other offers. But if you find like you don't have one, let me know and we can make it work.
Okay. Sounds good. That is all the questions I had. I enjoyed talking to you.
Same here. If you ever have any other questions, feel free to email me. Or if you want to chat by Zoom, we can chat by Zoom. But I'm available to help if you need it.
Okay. Well, thank you for helping me learn more about your career.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And how did you find me?
I was looking for somebody to interview, and it took me like a while. I was like stressed out. So I seen that your profile, and I clicked on it, and I seen that you was a health education narrator, and I thought of it, and I was like, maybe this is interesting. So that's how I found you.
Okay. When I saw your email and you mentioned Dr. Braxton, I was like, is that the same one? And so I know her from when I was working at UNC.
Yeah, she told me that I should
Oh.
have a good interview with you. Yeah, that's what she told me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.